Thank you for coming to our meeting today. Here we're going to be talking about the job safety analysis that we're going to be doing while we replace the corridor ceiling in the Smith building. My name is Adam Watson, and my group members are Ben Davis and Joshua Miller. So just to get things started, the superintendent is me, Adam Watson. I'll be the superintendent on this project, and the foreman is Joshua Miller. We want to inform you that the closest hospital, in case anything serious should happen, is Madison Memorial Hospital. All you have to do is go right up to Main Street and you take a right to the east, and the address is right there, 450 East Main Street. But of course, in all things, in case of emergency, you need to dial 911. And then, as you're on your way to the emergency room, please inform myself or Joshua so we can help out where we need to. So just to get things started, a lot of these procedures that we will be having for this job site, they apply to all parts of the activities and such. I mean, the PPEs are not one that you need to have just for one activity. So to get started, first thing we need to do for this job is that we need to be able to section off the parts of the ceiling that we are reinstalling. So because the chances are there's going to be someone in the building while we are doing this project. So we need to prevent any unwanted pedestrian access, and we don't want any pedestrians, of course, to get injured. So we need to section off the hallways, and we need to have proper signage for everyone to know exactly what's going on and what to do, where to stay away from. And so as we get started, the first thing that we need to do is remove the existing ceiling in the location in the Smith building. And the potential hazards could be the falling objects. There's poor air quality as dust gets kicked up in the air that has settled over the many years. And of course, falling off a ladder. Falling off a ladder is something that's going to be applied through the entire project since we're working in the ceiling. So some reminders about proper ladder use is that we need to follow all the instructions from the manufacturer. We need to not use any slippery materials. Maintain 3 points of contact, 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand at all times. You need to face the ladder when you're coming down, and only put ladders on a stable level surface. As we're installing the tie wire, so after we get everything out, we're going to start putting the new ceiling grid in. So we need to install the tie wires. We need to have safety glasses and gloves, since there could be small cuts from the wire or anything, but it also helps for you to handle the equipment better. And also the safety glasses will help you from things that fall. I mean, it happens. We don't plan on it, but we need to be prepared for it. Also, we need to have hard hats. I mean, you might not think that will be needed, but we're going to be working with things, we're going to be lifting things above our head, and anything could slip out of our hands. So we need to be able to protect our heads. So hard hats will be required at all times on the job site. So the light troughers. These are heavy things, and they're not like your little light bulbs you can buy at Walmart. So we need to be reminded how to lift up heavy items. The more heavy items, we need to do it as a team. When you turn with your legs. Don't move your back or your spine and leave your legs facing the same way, because that can put unwanted strain on your back. Again, to not put unwanted strain on your back, you need to use your legs to lift up these heavy items. If you're using your back, it can damage your back. And whenever there's the opportunity, use equipment, because it's just going to make it easier for you. And we want this job site to go as smoothly as possible. Another thing, especially for the light troughers, is potential of electrocution. So what we need to make sure is to turn off the power supply and voltage testing and the lockout tagout, because we don't want to take any possibilities or chances that there's any wire is still live while we're trying to put in these new light fixtures. As we're putting in the ceiling tiles, there's more chance for dust, and we're going to be needing to use the dust masks and air movers to keep the air flowing through this corridor, as oftentimes these corridors don't have any windows to be able to get any fresh air out and bring any airflow. And finally, the last thing that we need to do to make sure to have for this job site is we need to have good food, good feet, shoes, good shoes. It's especially on the linoleum floors, the tile floors that they have in the Smith building, and the dust that could collect. It could be really easy to slip, and on the ladders as well. So we need to have non-slip soles, and steel-toed shoes aren't necessary, but they are recommended as we're going to be carrying large light fixtures and things. We don't want that falling on your foot and doing damage to you. That's it for our safety job site analysis presentation meeting today. Thank you for attending, and we hope that this will be a very safe, very good project.